All right, we're going to do something different today, actually. I'm going to check out, just found a transcript for the interview that Kanami just did on the radio. Auto-subtitles. And this guy is a guy that is very comfortable with BAND-MAID. They're comfortable with him. And he's seen him interview Misa, pretty well-known interview where she was really comfortable and talked quite a bit about things. So I want to look at this and see what was said. I was going to watch the video with the subtitles, but this should be hopefully better. I'm just going to go through it and we'll see what we discover. Okay. It says, this week we welcome guitarist Kanami from BAND-MAID, a 5-member rock band dressed as a maid. Kanami started playing music when she was a child. BAND-MAID was formed in 2013. The band debuted the following year, toured the United States in 22, and appeared at Lollapalooza. Bassist Misa appeared on Auto-subtitles, and Kanami was the second person to appear. So she was the only other one. Okay. I thought the others had been on here too. BAND-MAID was formed around guitarist and vocalist Mahiru Koda, but Kanami was active as a singer-songwriter until then. Kanami says, I was doing videos on YouTube where I played a song and I was singing my own songs live, but to be honest, I didn't really like singing. Because of the video, Kabato and the office where Kabato was located contacted me and said, we are going to do a band called BAND-MAID, so why don't you work with us? Kanami had no resistance to the concept or performing in maid clothes. Kanami started playing music when she was learning to play the piano as a child. My brother and sister played the piano, so I learned in that vein. It's been about 20 years. I was taking lessons until the very beginning of BAND-MAID. Kanami is also involved in composing music in the band. She said that her experience of learning the piano is being used in her compositions. People often say the guitar phrases aren't very guitarist-like. Her guitar phrases aren't very guitarist-like, so I think that's also influenced by the piano, for sure, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of difference, and she plays so uniquely, and that's probably because things are written with piano. She says, I picked up a guitar in high school, and my high school's light music club. When I saw my seniors playing the guitar, I wanted to play the guitar and make girls think Kanami Senpai is cool. I started with such an ulterior motive, just to like be cool. In high school, it was an assignment song given by a senior. He said he had been practicing. The first thing I copied was Kiss's Detroit Rock City. Man, I've never been exposed to a rock song like this, so there are songs like this in the world, she wondered and was surprised. That's cool. She never heard anything like that, Detroit Rock City, which is a good song. But I enjoyed playing the guitar and practiced for 8 to 9 hours a day, even though I had school. I don't know how I made time for that, but I love practicing. It's the same now, but our members, including myself, are practicing a lot. This is nuts. The first CD Kanami bought was an album called Supernatural, released by Santana in 1999. The first album she bought was an album by Santana. It was like a compilation. That is kind of crazy because this album, it was Santana's, like a comeback for Santana, and he worked with dozens of people. Does it give? Love of My Life with Dave Matthews and Carter Buford from Dave Matthews Band. Maria was pretty popular. Smooth with Rob Thomas. Do You Like the Way with Lauryn Hill and CeeLo Green. Put Your Lights On with Everlast was a huge song. Wishing It Was featuring Eagle Eye Cherry, Eric Clapton. I guess there's 13 tracks. That's awesome. Wow. I have that CD too. She said, after I started playing guitar, my dad bought me a CD that contained Santana's Europe of Melancholy. From there, I fell in love with it and bought this album. For me, Santana is a healing of my heart, and I think it is because of Santana that I've been able to overcome difficult things. Wow. When asked about her favorite guitarist, Larry Carlton came up. She says, I like to listen to fusion and stuff. Larry Carlton, the way the melody is made is the key. Why it is so heartwarming, I wonder if I can make a melody line. That is where I fell in love with it. So, both Santana and Larry Carlton have has seen them live, but they haven't had many opportunities in recent years. And she said that she dreams of performing together at festivals someday. Oh, she has seen both of them live. Oh, wow. Okay. So I think somewhere she said that she tried to play like Santana, but she didn't think she could. There's another interview. She also talks about the albums that influenced her. It's Metallica's album called Reload. I really like the song Fuel. What? And the riffs, the guitar solos, it was pretty high. When I was in high school, I made a copy and learned about Metallica, and I fell in love with it from there. What? What? Metallica freaking Reload? Not even Load, but Reload? Really like the song Fuel. The riffs, the guitar solos, it was pretty high. Oh my gosh. Okay, when I was in high school, I also copied Mr. Big's songs. Mr. Big, I think I was more influenced by Richie Kotzen than by Paul Gilbert. Ooh, shit. Man, you know what? Early on, I was comparing them to Winery Dogs, which Richie Kotzen fronts the band. Paul Gilbert was a guitarist for Mr. Big. So she is also learning Mr. Big's songs, but influenced by Richie Kotzen. So where would she have heard him? I guess he had solo stuff. When was that? I don't know. In 2019, she went to see Tom Misch live and was impressed by the high level of perfection. While I have been exposed to various genres of music, the artist I have been paying attention to recently is Mahiru Koda. I've never met him, but I found him on Instagram, and at first he is a very... I think Mahiru Koda is me on Instagram. I want to see what she's talking about, man. I think she said at first she was really cute, and then it doesn't look right. Jazz pianist? 17-year-old jazz pianist from Tokyo. She says, I've never met her. That's why I wanted to make sure it's a guy or girl. The translation doesn't translate gender very well. So I never met her, but I found her on Instagram, and at first she was a very typeface. I think she's a very cute face. After that, when I was watching stories, I saw that she was playing a jazz piano. That's who it is then. This is her. Dude, that's really cool. And she was cute, and she could play such wonderful piano. That's why I was intrigued by her other songs. Also have jazz piano elements and trap beats. I think it's interesting, and I like it. She's one of my favorites. So that's one of her favorite artists. That's awesome. Last year, BAND-MAID released a collaboration with Mexican rock band The Warning called Show Them. I'm going back to this. I would love, one of my dreams is to speak to Kanami and really talk to her about, I want to know, we know that she writes the songs, the basis of the songs. She's the architect, they say all the time. But I would love to know, when she has an idea, if she sits down at a piano, which I think she does, and kind of comes up with a whole song, and where she goes from there. Or if, these parts in Ready to Rock that are so alien just for me as a guitarist, if they were piano parts that she could play really fast and then she just had to figure out how to play them on guitar. That's what I want to talk to her about. I would love to sit and just let's go through a song, and I want to know what happened when you had the first idea and then you work through it and build it and everything. That's just a dream of mine, dude. I want to know so bad. I really do. So, okay, last year, BAND-MAID released a collaboration with Mexican rock band The Warning called Show Them. The Warning is 3 sisters, and they are all cute, skilled, have perfect singing skills, and a perfect sense of rhythm, and a good sense of phrases. It seems the idea of collaborating was born after appearing at overseas festivals, but who are the artists you would like to collaborate with in the future? She says, in Japan, it's Bradio. It's one of my healing bands that makes my heart happy. And she, you know what? She talks about healing bands and heart happiness, and that's what BAND-MAID is for BAND-MAID fans. Definitely for me. Let's check out Bradio. I can hear some of that. Just think of the stuff that's going on behind the vocals. It's just like that. Man, that explains a lot, dude. That's kind of wild, man. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear what I heard in there? That's pretty cool. It's one of my healing bands that makes my heart happy. It's hard for me to write happy songs like this and laughs. She says, so I respect them in that sense. And I also respect them for Bradio's guitarist Satoshi Suishi Oyama, who has a nice personality and a funky guitar. I would be happy if we could collaborate. Dude, that would be fucking amazing. You can hear it, dude. By the way, in the program, in reference to the fact that we are talking about music while drinking Sapporo draft beer, Black Label, we are asking the guests about one song that has become an adult that made you grow up, I guess. One of the songs that Kanami chose for this question was the Piano Etude, Cerny number 30. She says, when I was learning classical piano, I don't think that's right, I thought it was boring to practice picking up notes in a casual manner, but as an adult, vocalist Psyche has been practicing the piano a lot lately. I also play it a lot in waiting, and I'm also practicing this Cerny? So I played this Cerny again, and it was such a fun song. Let me see if I can find this. When I was learning classical piano, I thought it was boring to practice picking up notes. As an adult, vocalist Psyche's been practicing the piano a lot. I also play it a lot in waiting, and I'm also practicing this Cerny song. So I played this again, and it was such a fun song. That's what I thought. This melody is very beautiful, and the balance of the sound is very pleasant. So I think what she's saying, from what I can get from this, is that she didn't appreciate it when she was younger, but now she realizes she's grown up and can appreciate the melody and the balance of the song and how it all sounds, even though it's not like a complicated, not a super complex song, but it's just right. She says, thankfully, the band is so busy right now that I haven't had time to practice the piano or touch it. So I think that period of time when I wasn't touching it made me realize how good it is. So time away makes you appreciate when you come back to it. By the way, BAND-MAID, where Kanami is active as a guitarist, released a new digital single, Ready to Rock, on April 4th. This is the opening theme song to TV anime Rock is the Lady's Taste. Let's see, it's based on a manga, and I started reading the manga after I was told about it, and I started writing songs from there. So started writing. It was interesting to take inspiration from manga and make songs. It's a manga where the main characters, Riri and Otowa, curse each other, raise each other up, and become a good band, which she incorporated into the song. I'm going to make it a funny song. That's what I thought. So this was written... I mean, we've known where before they've been asked to provide a song for an anime, and she'll pull from her like library of music and pick a song to do it, and then the lyrics and everything get written towards the song. But this was written, the music was written with consideration for the manga. That's really cool. I'm going to make it a funny song. That's what she thought. The scene where the characters who appear in the main anime are playing is animated by capturing the members of BAND-MAID playing with motion capture. It seems that many sensors have been installed, and it's said that it's quite a realistic expression, so please check it out. Yeah, it's really cool. There's video of that on YouTube where it shows them recording in their mocap suits. Kanami was the first Japanese to release a signature model guitar from guitar band PRS, which I happen to have one right there. Thank you, Rich. This is limited to 200 pieces worldwide, but is already sold out. It is a guitar band that Kanami likes. Santana, John Mayer, Oriente, etc. But according to Kanami, it has a fit that sticks to your hand when you hold it, sustain, and it seems that the pitch is outstanding. When she heard about the release of the signature model, she cried with joy. It seems that the members gathered and made the announcement, and it was an unforgettable time for Kanami. There was a release. Kanami appeared as, I don't know if it was part of another anniversary thing for PRS. I can't remember, but Kanami was there, and all BAND-MAID went to support her. She was worried about being alone, but they were all there. Paul Reed Smith came out and handed her guitar. Pretty special moment. I'm so happy for her. Finally, she told us about her future goals. I use PRS guitars. I want to be a guitarist who can be on par with Oriente and Santana. She already is, guys. She already is. She is one of the most original guitarists I've ever heard. Also, she has a lot of support for. Also, I have a lot of support from the Masters and Princesses, the fans of BAND-MAID. So I want to write a lot of songs that make everyone happy, so I can give back, and I want to be happy with everyone. We will continue to work hard and bring fun, happy music to everyone. She concluded the day's talk. Is that really all? Somebody had the video. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wait for a proper translation from T. Shinji, or I don't know if Poji-san will get into it or not, because the subtitles are really slow. It's hard to follow, and the article I just read, I think, probably left out some things that would be important, so I like hearing their voices. Like, his voice is very nice, very radio-friendly. Her voice is just super sweet. I like hearing her talk and be excited about things. So hopefully this was useful. I don't know, man. It seems like it was too short. If they spent nearly 40 minutes talking, the one I went over was pretty short. I think I'll leave it at that. We can talk about it on the BAND-MAID show. There's that for today, guys. Thanks.